When the real estate agent's sleek Audi rolled up my driveway at exactly 8:45 a.m., trailed by my parents' gleaming silver Lexus, I already knew the ambush was coming. From my upstairs study, I watched Mom jab her finger toward my wildflower beds, those unkempt weeds she'd always despised, while Dad scanned the place like he was appraising junk. The doorbell chimed once, twice, then turned into furious knocking. "Emma, open this door right now. We're not leaving until we settle this." I finished typing my code commit, topped off my espresso, and let them stew for another full minute. Finally, I descended the stairs at my own pace. The agent, Miss Hargrove in a crisp blazer, was already snapping exterior shots. Mom barged inside the second the latch clicked. "This is Miss Hargrove from Premier Realty. She's valuing the house for listing." "Valuing what house?" I asked flatly, though my pulse stayed steady. Dad strolled into the den, nose wrinkled. "Cut the act, Emma. This eyesore is getting sold. Today." Miss Hargrove offered a tight smile and a handshake I ignored. "Your parents explained you've been staying here rent-free since your great-aunt passed. We can help you transition to something more suitable, a condo perhaps." Squatting in the home great-aunt Clara willed me outright 6 years ago? I raised an eyebrow. Mom was already critiquing. "That outdated wainscoting has to go. And these creaky oak floors? Laminate plank is the standard now, light gray modern vibe." Dad gestured at the archway. "Knock that wall down. Buyers crave open flow." Ms. Hargrove scribbled notes. "Solid structure, but it screams dated. Post-renovation, we could push $825,000, maybe $950,000 in this market." Mom snorted. "Make it $1 million. It's prime location." They were casually dismantling my life's work, the Victorian I'd lovingly renovated over 4 years, while I'd never once invited them inside since Clara's passing. "You're 36, unmarried, glued to a laptop in sweatpants." Mom sneered. "A big place like this is wasted on you. Embarrassing for the street." Dad started rifling through my whole closet. "Pack light. 2 weeks, tops." I took a slow sip of coffee. "Miss Hargrove, one quick question. Did they present any ownership documents? A title search? Anything showing authority to sell?" She blinked. "They're your parents. They said the property came through family inheritance, from your father's aunt. Clara left it specifically to me. Full probate, recorded 2018. I opened my phone to the scanned deed. Emma Whitaker, sole owner. The agent's composure cracked. She stared at my parents. "You explicitly told me this was your asset." "We're family," Dad blustered. "We decide what's best." Miss Hargrove backed up. "This is misrepresentation, borderline fraud. I'm out." She hurried to her car, tires squealing. Dad jabbed a finger. "You ungrateful brat. After everything we sacrificed." "Sacrificed?" I echoed. "You never once checked on me here. Not until property values spiked." Mom's voice cracked with rage. "Clara pitied you, the overlooked middle kid. That's the only reason you got anything." I held the door wide. "Leave. Or I dial 911 for trespassing." They stormed out. Mom accidentally toppled my potted lavender. Dad scraped a key along my Rivian's panel. The dashcam recorded it all in crisp 4K. That evening my sister Lauren texted, "You seriously humiliated Mom and Dad? They said you stole Clara's place." "Brother Ryan, they're devastated." "How could you?" I ignored them and opened public records instead. Their sprawling colonial, the one they'd flaunted for decades as multimillion, was 120 days from foreclosure auction. Dad's consulting firm had collapsed into Chapter 7. Creditor judgments piled up. An eviction notice had been posted 3 weeks earlier. Desperation, not concern, had driven them to my door. I phoned my attorney, Sarah, who'd handled Clara's estate. "They tried to flip my house?" She chuckled darkly. "File the report. Fraud attempt, vandalism. Restraining order next." They returned twice more. New agent, then a crowbar at the back patio. Police intervened both times. The second incident landed them in holding cells. While they awaited bail, I quietly purchased their foreclosed property through one of my investment entities. $425,000 cash, as is. The lender jumped at it. Eviction notice served the morning they walked free. They phoned, pleading, "Emma, please, we're on the street." "Find a lease," I replied. "Plenty of affordable units exist." Dad bellowed, "We're not charity cases." "Funny," I said. "You told me losers shouldn't own homes." On move-out day, I supervised the lock change as their former forever home transformed. The formal living room became a communal space for survivors escaping abuse. Mom's showcase garden turned into raised beds for fresh produce. I kept one memento, their framed gala photo, all tuxedos and smug toasts. Now it hangs in the program's office under a simple plaque. Donated by a daughter whose parents once tried to take her home. Real legacy isn't seized, it's shared. A month later, Mom's email arrived. "Apologies, promises of change, please for help." I replied with a single attachment, the highlighted deed to my Victorian, stamped Emma Whitaker, sole owner. Underneath, one line. "Losers don't deserve property. Your words. Consider this my gratitude for the reminder." Clara's final note in her will had read, "To Emma, who understands a house is measured by heart, not dollars." She was right. My parents never grasped it. Now they never will.